Hello everyone, Eric Rock, Spiritual Catalyst, here to discuss body symbology, what your physical pain and where it shows up, what the spiritual meanings behind all that are, and what your body may be trying to tell you. And why should we care about this? Because if we can tune into an area of the body that's feeling pain and receive the message of what that body part, or you might have several, is trying to tell you, you get the message, you receive it. And then the next step is you need to shift your behavior. What it is you're thinking, doing, speaking, how you're being. Shift that and the pain dissolves. Let me give you an example. Many years ago, I opened up a yoga studio in downtown Dover, New Hampshire, and I was really excited about it, start teaching, and I'm used to things falling into place very easy if it's something that's for my highest and greatest good. And in regards to this yoga studio, things were not falling into place as fast as I would have liked them to. And then what started to happen is my right hip started to hurt. I'm never in pain. So it really got my attention. So I sat and I just kind of brought my focus and attention into my right hip and asked, what is it you're trying to tell me? What do I need to know? And the answer came so fast and so clear. You are trying to move faster than the universe can bring all the puzzle pieces together. I thought about it. I'm like, yes, this is actually absolutely what I'm doing. So I got the message, but the more important thing that I needed to do was shift my behavior. I needed to let go. I needed to release my white knuckle grip on the whole thing, let go, stand back, and allow and surrender. Next day, my hip pain was gone and it never came back. So your body is likely trying to tell you some things. So I'm going to share some body symbology that you're very unlikely to find anywhere else. I learned this via a teacher, Howard Wills. I had never heard it anywhere, never read it in a book anywhere. And I also find this body symbology to be extremely accurate. Okay, so how he explains it is we are like an X chromosome, okay? And the right hand, so this is how I always remember, right hand man. So male, male, male into this breast, it comes into the belly button area and goes down the left hip, left knee, left ankle, left foot. And then of course the other side is feminine, feminine, all the way down to the left breast, crosses at the belly button and goes into the right leg, down into your right foot. So here's some things that I've learned from 25 years of experience of doing ancestral clearing, familial clearing and healing on myself, my family, and a lot of clients. So the head can often be about being too mental, overthinking things, not trusting your gut, your heart. And so you give it over to the mind and ruminate, and the hamster gets on the wheel, and we just overthink. It can also be about, it's like you're invalidating yourself and what you know to be true. So the heart is always clear, and is always leading, guiding, and directing you to your highest destiny dream life. And something comes our way, and the heart flies open, yes. And then the mind kicks in with all the self-doubt and the worry and the what ifs, and the you can'ts, and this is where we get into some trouble. So we can invalidate ourselves out of fear, out of self-doubt, pain in the head. In the head, there's different regions that mean different things, but I'm going to try to keep this simple. We can, if we have pain in the very top of the head, that can be associated with separation from that higher power of your heart's understanding. Forehead, pain here is often associated with separation from your own inner being, your own inner knowing. Temporal, separation from your world. You're kind of disconnected from what's going on around you. And then the occipital ridge back here, near where your mouth of God is, pain at the back of the head indicates anger born of fear. Anger born of fear. Then we have the eyes. The eyes are about seeing and not seeing. We can see too many abusive, violent things. We can turn a blind eye. This happens in families a lot with secrets. So like Uncle Bill is molesting little Jennifer, and maybe dad suspects, mom suspects, other siblings know, and no one talks about it, no one brings it up. They turn a blind eye. That can affect your eyesight. It's about seeing and not seeing. So we want to set the intention that we're willing to see the truth in all things. Truth in all things. The ears are about hearing and not hearing. This is a place where so much energetic density and blockages can pile up. We hear a lot. Words have power. You know, we might have heard our parents fighting, and it just kind of stayed in the ears. Not wanting to hear the truth. Not wanting to know. So it's about hearing and not hearing. So again, for optimal healing, we want to set the intention to hear the truth in all things. Hear the truth in all things. The mouth, this is the expression point. So we've got the teeth and the gums. This is about speaking and not speaking. There's been a lot of times where we've abused or misused the power of voice. We may have lied to people, deceived people. In this life or other lives, if you practiced the craft, you may have placed spoken ill will or spells towards other people, and that negatively affected them. So we need to clean it up. Setting the intention that we speak the highest truth that comes from our heart, our inner knowing. And we set the intention to use our voice to create beautiful realities in our lives and in the lives of everyone around us. Perfect self-expression as much as possible. I don't like the word perfect because we are imperfectly perfect, but perfect and perfect self-expression, okay? Throat, speaking up, holding back, being silent when it would be appropriate to say things. You know, there's times where it's appropriate to keep your mouth shut. And other times it's important that you speak your truth. And if we have not been advocating for ourselves, saying yes when we want to say yes and saying no when we mean no. It can be that simple. That right there affects teeth, gums, and throat. Say yes when you mean yes. Say no when you mean no. That's simple. Saying what you mean and meaning what you say. And if you're saying something, giving advice, we do this a lot. We run around giving advice, and that same advice is the advice we should take. And often we don't. That will impact teeth, gums, throat chakra. Shoulders. Are you carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders? I've literally in sessions seen people like with the earth like on their back, or they're carrying the weight of their lineage because in their mind, the story they've told themselves is, I'm strong enough to take this on and deal with it. They're not as strong as me. And we rob people of the opportunity to grow and expand and be responsible for their own energy, their own life, their own creations. Let it go. Let it go. Set the intention. Whatever I'm carrying up here, any burdens, responsibilities that are not mine, I release them now. I let them go. You'll be amazed at how much better you feel. Amazed. Mid-back can be where we hold guilt and kind of being stuck in the past. Lower back pain there indicates we've taken on more than we think we can handle. You know, the yes person, the people pleaser. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, 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 yes. And we feel a lack of support a lot of times because a story, a narrative that I see a lot is I'm there for everyone else, helping everyone else, but when I need help, no one's here for me. That will affect your lower back. Your coccyx, pain in that region indicates there's a fear of asking for help, or even more like fear for sure, but shame. Because if you're asking for help, you must be weak, vulnerable. And the truth is, we are strong in our vulnerability, but we've been conditioned the other way. So we need to keep that mantra, I am strong in my vulnerability. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to be vulnerable. Let's see here, the hips can be about if you feel stuck, unable to make a decision, indecisive. It's about moving forward or being stuck and refusing to move forward. That can affect the hips. Knees can be the same. Fear of moving forward, staying stuck, even though you don't like the circumstances and it doesn't feel good, you don't want to move forward. Knees can also indicate being stuck in the ego or being too proud to bend and to change. Feet. Feet are equated with our family, with our lineage. It's our foundation. It's our grounding. It's feeling safe and secure. It can also indicate like emotionally standing still, unable to move on. Let's see, heart. So, and then in our organs, we store all sorts of stuff. Heart, letdown. Letdown is one of the number one things that I have seen in myself, worked a lot on, and see in others. We have all been let down. Some more than others. Disappointed, heartbroken, deceived, lied to. This all impacts the heart. And then what tends to happen is we start to create walls around our heart. And the problem with that is then we're not giving and receiving love freely. And that creates a host of problems, as you can probably imagine. But we can start having heart palpitations. Our heart is trying to get our attention. And a lot of times we've turned our back on our heart, which is the seat of emotion. The heart's always clear. It's that still, soft voice that when you can sit, be still, tune in and listen. It's that still, soft voice that will lead, guide, and direct you. And a lot of times we turn our back to it and we don't want to listen to it. Okay? Liver, we store anger, gallbladder, resentment, kidneys, fear. I can't think of all of the spleen. Oh wait, lungs, grief, sadness. When we have a lot of mucus, if your nose starts running, please do not sniff it up, blow it out. A lot of stuck emotion is stored in the mucus, holding on to the past, tears you haven't shed, times you didn't allow yourself to emote fully and completely. Then we start to get this excess of mucus and inflammation in the body. Inflamed is typically about resentment, anger, rage. Your body is telling you you need to forgive and release someone or something. And chances are you know exactly who or whom it is. So there's kind of like a brief overview. Let me see if there's anything else. Solar plexus or diaphragm area represents unresolved conflicts and anger due to it. Stomach, long-standing emotional disharmony and not listening to your gut, or you can't digest. Really pay attention when your digestion flares up. If you eat something and you notice that your body can't digest, it's not just about the food you eat. It can be, absolutely. Well, what's going on in your life currently that you simply can't stomach? And when you think about the thing, it makes your stomach turn. It makes your stomach turn. I took some notes here. Yeah, those are some predominant ones. And I've given you some hints about how you can reconcile some of this stuff. I highly recommend Howard Will's Gift of Life Prayers and Affirmations. They're free to humanity, and you can find that at howardwills, WILLS.com. Why these prayers? What do? They open and expand consciousness. They clear us very deeply. And they don't just clear us, they clear our lineage, our family, and then we're not passing this stuff on to our children. We're cleaning the slate. Cleaning the slate. But wherever you have pain and discomfort in the body, get still, sit, call in your spirit guides, call in that higher power of your heart's understanding, focus on the area and ask, what are you trying to tell me? And you may not get an answer like right away. If you don't get, sit and listen. Be willing to listen. And notice if the pain or discomfort, just as you put your focus and attention on it, because you're bringing your love, and love heals. So sometimes just bringing your focus and attention on a particular area can help unfurl and unwind it, and it begins to dissipate. Sometimes the pain gets stronger. That can happen if the pain is lifting up and out of the body. Sometimes it intensifies on its way out. Sometimes it doesn't change. You want to listen, listen, listen. And if you don't get an answer right away, as you go about your day, notice what you notice. Notice what signs, number combinations, animals come across your path, and that could be the universe's way of answering that question, what message do you have for me? It's a two-step process. Receive the message, shift the behavior, the way of being, speaking, thinking that is causing the pain. I found that like 95 or more % of what we need to do is forgive and release ourselves, others, our family, our lineage, all experiences. And those are the prayers that you'll find on howardwills.com. I've used them since 2008. I have had miraculous healings, clearings, and experiences with them. And not only did I benefit, but my relatives did as well. And even my deceased relatives were benefiting. That's a story for another day, but use those prayers. It will clear your, we're 70 to 80% water, 100% energy. And the prayers, as we speak them aloud, clear our water molecule of being that we are.